Hey guys, it's Sarah from I Swear I'm Stitching. I'm starting over again because I spent 3 minutes talking about one of my projects and I realized afterwards the whole time I was showing you the back. So restart. This is I'm Sarah. This is I Swear I'm Stitching, episode 48. Today is February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. If you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, that's fine. It's a cheesy little holiday. I like it because I like any excuse to give people I care about little presents, little treats, candy, that kind of thing. But so this is a Flosstube where I talk about cross stitch mainly. I also knit and sew, quilt, not any, there is no knitting, and very minimal sewing. I spent like 3 minutes holding up the back. Okay, so I'll show you my whips. This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carrot Chat Samplings on 18 count Ada by To Die For Fabrics in Ash and Tan. I'm doing 1/1. I got a lot done on it thanks to Fandom Stitching. Go Dwarfs. Okay, make sure I got the right side showing. Okay, now we're good. There we go. I spent a lot of time working on the Sunken Ship Mermaid section. And then I got some of the scarecrow and pumpkins done. I didn't work any on my witches, which if you remember I've named Carlita, she's done. Maeve is being neglected right now. But I was having so much fun stitching the Sunken Ship Mermaid section because it's all these little motifs and then just fill in. So I was like, ooh, a skull. And so you feel accomplished, like, ooh, I finished something, I finished a skull. And then you finish another skull, and you're like, ooh, another skull. And then you're like, ooh, treasure chest. And like, ooh, look at the ship coming together. And then there's like the mermaid's tail. So I'm so excited to get the mermaid started. Well, it's gonna be a big project. And I know I've counted and counted and counted. I know the blocks on top and bottom are gonna fit, but it just looks, I don't know. It makes me nervous. But I know they'll fit. Like I said, I've counted and counted and counted. I love this Ada. This fabric is gorgeous. To Die For Fabrics. Gorgeous. But yeah, I use that. This is, like I said, for Fandom Stitching, I have every 3,000 stitches you get like a ring of power because we're doing Lord of the Rings this year. And so this is my focus piece for the year to earn my rings. So that's why I'm making a lot of progress on it. And I want it finished. And I love working on it. So, you know. And then I worked on a project I do not enjoy working on. It's so much green. My best whiny voice. So much green. And I don't know where all my stuff is for it. So it is Blackened Sky from the Primitive Needle. To show you what Halloween Hawk Run Hollow will look like when it's done. So see, that's the mermaid section I was working on the most. Okay. And this is Blackened Sky from the Primitive Needle. That's what it'll look like when it's done. Again, I make working copies of everything because I'm a highlighter girl. So all my main patterns are stowed away. So here's the digital pictures. I'm working on that block. And it's got some weird ass eyeballs in it, which I will not be doing. But look at all that green. God damn, so much green. But this is on a Nameless Gray 18 count Ada from Bestitch Me. I'm doing 2/2, which I should have done 1/1 because the stitches are super thick. It's not really, I mean, it's not bad to work on, but it's not as enjoyable as the 1/1. And there's just so much goddamn green. But I got In Memory Of filled in. And I got that filled in. And I got the borders done. So now one more sun and then that big black sun, I guess. I don't even know if, I don't know. So much green. I don't know which way I'll go next. Well, I gotta go up and finish that bit of green here and the border. So a little bit of green there I gotta finish. I have to do the second one of these. And then over here is letters. I hate doing, I don't, to each his own. To each his own. But I don't enjoy stitching alphabets because they just seem weird to me. Like, why am I stitching an alphabet? I know the alphabet. I don't need to stitch the alphabet. So over here on this side is just a chunk of like an alphabet. I'm like, all right, well, that's my least favorite block because the rest are cool and it's a morning sampler. Then there's just a random alphabet. I don't get alphabets. I don't understand the point of alphabets and numbers. But that's just me. But you know what? They do quick stitch pretty quickly, so maybe I will do that block. Plus, look, not very much green in it. Be a nice change of pace. Oh, gosh. So I'll either go down, do that one. Look, more green. Yeah, I'm going to go that way. I'm not sure why I'm planning. I still have so much more of that big-ass sun thing to do. But I'm going to absolutely love it when it's done. I really am. I know I will. But I just don't enjoy stitching on it. The fabric's great. I love the fabric. But stitch me for the win. I got it. It's a nameless gray. I got it in a Friday night fight night. Oh, shoot. Or a year ago? I can't remember. There we go. It's pretty. I do look forward to finishing it and having it framed and put on my wall. Grumble, grumble, green. And of course, and like I said, the stitches are thick, so it's not the... Once I get in a groove, it's fine. I just hate picking it up. And then I worked on my 1990 Santa, which will look like that, from Prairie Schooler. I did change the gray and the brown. I don't know how it jumped so far. The gray and the brown. So the raccoon is gray and dark gray, and the squirrel is brown. That made more sense to me. I love that my Santa project is in a Halloween bag. I don't match bags, obviously, to projects. And this is just on a random, I want to say 16 count Ada. I lost my card with the information on it. Okay. Well, I believe it's a random 18 count Ada and khaki. See how I changed the squirrel and the raccoon? It looks better to me. And then I didn't have the gold that was called for his basket, so I just found a gold that I liked. Put it in. It's gonna be cute. I mean, I love the little critters. Look at the bunny. The bunny's so cute. I may darken the Santa's skin a little bit, because I'm not sure I found that weird peachy color in my stash. I think that and the gold are the only colors I couldn't find in my stash. So yeah, look at that cute little squirrel. That's my favorite part, is the critters. Santa's just an afterthought, really. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna make my work project for the week. Might be Santa, because it's pretty simple, pretty easy. Chunks of color. Like, if I outline that, his coat, it's a lot of just stitching red. Outline his beard, just, yeah. It's a lot of chunk of stitching. And then I worked on Zelda. Oh no, Polar Pack. I do apologize. This, I do have the pattern in here. I'm not sure why I have not put it away yet. It's getting all bent up. I need to put it away. Polar Pack from Plum Street Samplers. Look at those little polar bears. That's so much white. And just like the last abominable bundle I did, I will not be stitching the tiny little bee. I don't know why there's a bee. I don't know if that like their, is that their thing? I'm not sure, but I won't be putting the bee in there. But this is on 32 count Lugana in Aquarius by Bestitch Me, and it is 1/2. Oh, it's so pretty. Well, that's a pretty good. There we go. That's a pretty good representation of the color. But all I really did was the border. And then just a bundle was supposed to have a black border too, and I made it a brown border. But to get around, because I wanted to work on, to move around, because I wanted to work on the trees, I had to do the border to make sure, you know, everything came out right. See the tree over there. And so I did the black like it was called for, and I really wish I hadn't done black. It's so stark. I mean, it doesn't look bad. But their black is Weeks Dye Works mascara, so I think it's not as harsh. It's a straight up 310. But oh well. I'll probably turn this into a pillow for my Doble too. Look at that. Look at this, my favorite red. Licorice red. So yeah, I could make this my work project, because like I said, that's a lot of white. I could just fill in white. That may make the day at work drag a lot longer if I'm just filling in straight up all that white. Really freaking hate white. But I really freaking love polar bears. So what are you gonna do? And then I'm working on Zelda wreath. Let me get the picture out of that. Where is it? That's not the picture. That I printed out in my printer and just shoved it in there, so it's all banged up. That's what it's gonna look like. And it's from, designed by Sarah Bauman of Needleminder Layer. And I'm doing this one, 2/1, 18 count Ada khaki. Maybe the other one isn't khaki, because this is definitely more brown. I don't know what the other one's called, just a random, from my Santa, just a random scrap. But there you go. There it is. I'm finishing up on the shield, worked a little bit more on Princess Zelda, and then I did a lot of like the fiddly little confetti stuff. So that, and then next I'm gonna work on like the outlining in black, finish the little fiddly stuff, and then I can start filling in that red and then just filling green. That's my plan. We'll see how it goes. So cute. Like a little chicken. Not much to say about that. It's not boring or anything. It's just, I don't hate working on it. It's because this is it's not hand dyed, so it's not as tight. So doing the 2 stitches over 1 isn't a pain in the ass. Though I'm using Sullivan's black for the black, and it's thicker, so it is a little bit of a pain in the butt, and it breaks really easily on me. Breaks and frays, so it's annoying as hell. So once I use it up for this, I probably throw whatever I have left away in the black. But like I said, it is thicker, so it may work well like 1 strand over stuff. Let me keep it, because people like Anchor black. I tried it, and to me, it was exactly the same as the DMC 310. So I don't know. Maybe Sullivan's is thicker. I'll try it when I'm doing it. When I need like black for like a 1/1 or something. Give it a try. But it is not my favorite thread. And then the big mama. So I got the weeklies done for Fandom Stitching. I plowed through those. There's 5 of them. I just balls to wall got those taken care of. I've done all I can for the monthlies. One calls for, one prompt is a Sal, and I've decided not to do any. The Dark Goddess. Do I have the pictures of those? I do not. So the ones I talked about a while ago, it's like the Dark Goddess Sal and the Legend Sal. I've seen the first release of the Dark Goddesses. Love it. It is on my wish list. I will do it eventually. And then I saw the first release of the Legend Sal, and it's little unicorns, and so far I'm loving it. I'll plan to do that one as well. And then the Sal I talked about a couple weeks ago that I saw on Creative Lee's site, Flosstube. Like the little brooches using like stash beads and crap. Super cute. Want to do it so bad. Don't want to spend the money on it. I already spent money on stuff I shouldn't have spent money on. So it's on my wish list to buy eventually. But so right now I'm not doing any sales, so I can't do that prompt. And then there's like a couple other prompts I can't do. So I've done, anyways, long story short, I'm done with the monthly prompts. I can't do anything more monthly. I finished my weekly prompts super quick so that I could whip out my HAED and get some work done on my Nefertiti, because she has just been sitting there neglected and unloved, and I do love her. Maybe she'll be my work project. I think she might be a pain in the ass to be a work project because she's kind of big. And again, I'm a paper chart girl, so I have like I have a folder of like 40 freaking pages of chart. Yeah, she's too much. She's a home stitch. She's a home stitch. Anyways, she's so pretty. Right now, I'm just chugging away on black. So the goal is you get points on fandom stitching for every page you finish. And I was just going like sticking to black and moving across the top. So I was into 3 pages. So I picked which page had the most done on it, and I'm focusing on that page. And it happens to be right in the middle. So let me bring up her picture. Gosh, she's so pretty, you guys. She's so pretty. So this is Nefertiti. It's a HAED. It is artwork by Mandy Mazzano. I'm just using DMC, obviously. It's 25 count, easy count Lugana. I'm doing 2/1 tent stitch, which when I take a break from her and then go back to her, it takes me like a solid hour to get used to just doing 10 stitch. Like I'll find myself going back and like, oh no, rip that out. And then tent, and then like having to stop myself from crossing it. It's just muscle memory and habit. And once I get going, I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's 10 stitch. But I'll show you, because like I said, there's freaking 40 pages of this pattern, so I'm going to show you a page, because what are you going to do with it? But so that's what I've got, the page I decided to focus on. And then last night I did all this blue. Was it just last night or the night? I think it might have been just last night, maybe a little bit the day before. I can't remember now. But so yeah, all that right here, this is all black. So I'm going to finish the black out and then fill in on this page. And it's going to be so, I've already done a little bit, tiny bit of color up here just for a little bit of variety when I first started. And it's just brown, because I'm not great of color. But I don't know why I'm nervous to start color. Is that weird? Anyways, so that's the page I'm focusing on. And that is literally the top of, right there, to that top. Right here. But there she is in all of her beautiful glory. Oh gosh, she's so pretty. I cannot wait to get started on those yellows and golds and those reds, and look at those blues. Oh, she's so pretty. Gosh, look at that scarab. Right. Like, it's like, I think it's supposed to be like a scarab down there. Oh. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm so happy to get back to her. Really wish she wasn't such a pain in the butt to take to work. Oh, okay, so, and that's my progress on her. So see the, oh my god, now it's doing all sorts of weird things where it wants me to, like, do this. No, okay. All right, so. There we go. See how that's the top? Her little. So look at that pretty blue I'm going to be able to work on right in the middle of that circle. Look at that. Oh, look at that pretty blue. Oh my gosh, you guys. You can see it's over there. HAEDs are cumbersome for me. But yeah, so there it is. So I got this done, and then a chunk of this, and I'm working down. And like, I know with super close, you can see through that black, but like far away, when it's hanging up on my wall, no one's gonna be like, yeah, you should use a different black or full across that. I can see the white through that. And if they do, fuck them. They didn't work on it. I did, and I love it. So, HAEDs are fun, though it is also, I'm like, man, look at all that progress I got done. Look at all that. And then you look at the picture and you're like, that's just this tiny little section. There's so much more. I'll hopefully finish this in my lifetime. Gosh, she's pretty. Oh, sorry, staring at her. She's so pretty. I just like want that picture framed in my house. Maybe in 10 years when I haven't finished it, I'll find that picture and be like, can I just buy that picture and frame it? Because I'm never finishing her. But yeah, so there's my Nefertiti. There's my HAED. My first, probably only HAED. First, probably only full coverage. She's so pretty. She makes me happy, and I cannot wait to get working on her some more today. And then, of course, I have to figure out what to take to work tomorrow. Santa. Well, I don't know why I keep saying this. It's Santa. I'm going to put him aside now so I know to take him to work tomorrow. Santa. Okay. So those are my projects. Those are my whips. And I only have one fully finished project, and it is quilting. It was the last of my daughter's close-knit friend's 18th birthday quilts. Her birthday's in July, and she loves sunflowers. So I got a sunflower jelly roll, and then I got, I think it was Riley Blake, like polka dots. And I did a pretty damn good job of centering that panel. I can't see. So see, it's the panel. Panel, and then the yellow. So, and I've got 2 of the quilt sent away to Missouri Star Quilt to be quilted. And then when they come back, I'll send these last 2. And then I wanted to work on my nephew's, I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm sorry, let me just fold this bad boy up real quick. Look at those pretty sunflowers. My favorites are the one in that blue. And because it's just a classic combination, the brown. But I don't know if I mentioned that I felt bad about my nephew's vest that I did not finish. And he just was like, don't worry about it, Aunt Sarah. So I found out his favorite color. I'm gonna make him a quilt. This one, the Type It from Moda. It's a free pattern. It's black and white because I don't have color in my printer. So that's gonna be red, and then the middle is gonna be black. I'm just using Moda Grunge for the black. But I'm a boob, and I couldn't find any good just red, non-girly, non-floral jelly rolls. So I ordered one off Amazon. It's coming from China, so it won't be here till March. And I wanted to have all of these done before my surgery, March 21st. So I think it's between like March 6th and like 15th it's supposed to come. So if I speed through it, because it's not a jelly roll, in this quilt you it's a jelly roll, like the red, and you take the strip of the jelly roll, and then you take a strip of black, and you how am I explaining this? Okay. How am I? Let me explain this. Okay. So here's the red, and here's the black. So you sew them together, and then you sew them together into a circle, and then you cut randomly. You cut it randomly, and then you sew the strips together. That's why it turns out that way. It's free. You can see the pattern like that. So it's not a jelly roll strip. So I have to sew circles, cut, and then sew strips. So probably be a little bit longer taking than a jelly roll race quilt. So we'll see if I really get to it. Maybe I can get that done before my surgery. If not, it's okay. His isn't birthday dependent. So, I mean, the other kids aren't really, because 2 of their birthdays have already passed. So, but they got to, I showed them the tops. Anyways, ramble. That's my ramble. That's my only FO. So then we'll talk about So first off, we'll talk about Fabric Pop because I love Fabric Pop. I did their advent, and in their advent, she, which I will do again this year, 110%. I'll spend the money on that. It was a 12-day advent this past Christmas, so we'll see what we get this Christmas. But one of my favorite things in the advent, I got that thing that holds my scissors. I love that so much because now I can see my pretty scissors instead of having them in a drawer. And then was these fabric stamps. And then, oh, and then you peel the back off and iron onto stuff. I'm going to iron some of these onto my backpack. I'm going to iron some onto my jean jacket. I've got plans. But I used one not long ago to cover the hole on the back of one of my dough bowl pillows. So I went to buy more, and she was out. And so then I stalked her on Instagram. I was like, hey, when are there going to be more stamps? And she's like, oh, I'll restock soon. And she did. I was hoping for some like seasonal or holiday themed ones because a lot of my dough bowls things are like Christmas or Halloween related. But she just had random, so I bought 2 packs of random, and they were like, I have a receipt but not a total on it anyways. But here's Fabric Pop. I love her. She's adorable and her stuff is great. And I'll show you what she sent me as first off, look how cute that little note. And then she sent a couple little like charm pack things from Adorn, from at least a couple of them are from Adorn, from Ruby Star, because I use these in one of the Jelly Roll quilts. These fabrics are from the Jelly Roll quilt. I'm pretty sure they're all Ruby Star. And then look at these cute tomatoes. And look at that bright green and the cute little, I wish this had been one of the fabrics in that Jelly Roll, Adorn Jelly Roll, because it's super girly. It would have been perfect for the super girly Jelly Roll quilt. Anyways, so she sent those with the stamps. I got 2 packs. I think there was like 12 in each. So I will find a way to work these into, like I said, I'm gonna iron them on things. I'll see if my kid, like this one, I totally can see my kid wanting that ironed onto something because she loves cats. And she loves sushi. I may give these to some of her friends too, some so they can iron them onto things. But I'm sure some of them will be useful. Like I'm gonna do some. My son loves frogs. Maybe I'll iron that onto something for him. Look at that bunny. That'd be good for an Easter dough pillow. More sushi, more bunnies. The bike. My husband and I ride bikes, so I'm gonna put that on something. Wish I could iron it onto my bike helmet. Look at the cute little scissors. Look at the cute little dog. Okay, come on now. The raccoon. Come on. And then that's some sort of bird or chicken. I don't know. But like, I could figure out a way to incorporate these into plenty of little dough bowls, I'm sure. I don't know what animal that is, but he is jamming. So they were random, so sometimes there's doubles, which is fine, because I especially am happy about the double bike. Look, double frogs. Little kitties. Like, my kid would love, like, that cat on something. Look. This is one I'm thinking of iron onto my jean jacket. Look at that elephant. Isn't that cool? And then another cat. So I'm going to keep an eye on her website and see if she does any seasonal ones, because I definitely want some seasonal ones, and they're not very expensive. God, I want to say it was like $8. But I mean, like, look at, I got 2 packs. Look at all those. And then I still have some left over somewhere. I misplaced them from the advent calendar. But these are just stinking adorbs. And I can find plenty of stuff to iron them on. I can iron them onto like my project bags. I can make a project bag and just iron these all over and have a bag just full of her stamps, which would be super cute and fun, and I may do that. I may just get some plain ass fabric and make myself another bag. Because I need another bag. I don't need another bag. Okay, and then as mentioned, not as mentioned, I'll mention her again, Creatively, Flosstube, go watch her. She is working on Mermaid's Song from the Carriage House sampling, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. It says, eyes look not on the mermaid's face, nor ears forbear her songs. Her face hath an alluring grace, more charming is her tongue. I'm not sure if I'll do the words, honestly. I'm not sure if I need it. Like, I do like that bottom border, so I'm just contemplating just doing the top, or maybe going all out and doing the words, or omitting the words and then under the fish putting the border. Look at her, she's so weird looking. I love her. And I believe the water is satin stitch. The Sea has worked on vertical satin stitches. Yep, so the Sea is satin stitch, so that'll be fun and a change of pace. But because you can't just order one thing, I can't just order one pattern. I ordered a second pattern, and I got another one of the mermaids, the Haunting Mermaid. Look at her hair, and look at the crabbies, and a little whale. Oh my god, I love it so much. Oh, I love it so much. It says, a haunting mermaid mid the swell and rapture of the summer sea, a siren of elusive spell born of the womb of mystery. Okay, that, I'm going to keep those words. I'm going to keep it mainly because if I omit it, I don't know what I'd fill in there. So I will keep the words. I like that saying better than the eyes look not on the mermaid's face, nor ears forbear her song. Her face hath an alluring grace, more charming is her tongue. But aren't they cool? I had to go to Carriage House Sampling's website and order them because my go-to is 1, 2, 3 stitch, and they didn't have this. So I was like, well, I want it. I want it real bad. And it's from 1999, guys. This one's from 2005. So I was like, well, it's really old, 1999. What if I can't find it? So I went to Carriage House and I bought it. So I'm like, I have to have it. And I got the other mermaid. So this is what I shouldn't have bought, but I bought, because I don't need more patterns. When I was thinking about buying the Grandma's Jewelry Box Brooch Sal, I bought these instead. And I don't regret it. I love them so much. And then, Happy Mail, Meg. I sent out some Valentine's Day presents. That's what I do. I like doing it. Like I said, any excuse to spoil people I like. And it was funny because Meg sent me a message on Instagram thanking me. And then like literally an hour later, I checked my mail and I have a package for Meg. And it's so sweet. It's like good luck with my surgery next month. And she sent me the Silly Walks cross stitch I showed a while ago. And in the package, she included some tea and coffee candies. And oh my God, they were so good. My kid loved them too. So, and then it's funny because like not long ago, I left a message on Marumi Crafts, like a Flosstube Extra, where she got some of these candies. And I was like, I love those candies too. So it's funny that Meg sent me a giant bag of them. They are heavy and holding my stand in place, so that's why my stand is now wobbly, because I'm holding it with my other hand. So I have one hand, but it's got tea and coffee, espresso, latte, green tea, latte, citrus green tea. Oh, they're so good. And yeah, I've already opened it because my kid was like, let's open that bitch up, and I'm not in those words. And then one of her favorite teachers, sorry, put that back to hold that down. The librarian at the school is having, this month only is having a special tea on Tuesdays. And so I grabbed a handful and I said, take these to your group so they can have tea and coffee candy at their little tea meeting. So they've been dug into. I will have to put them away so that they are not all gone, so I can actually enjoy some while I am convalescing. So thank you, Meg. Let's see what else. So I did haul, I did happy mail, and that's it. The rest is just life. So I will do a brief life. I'm alive. Okay, so we did Salt Fork. It's a state park near us. And to get away to rejuvenate. My husband's been a little bit burned out at work. And so we got a cabin with a hot tub, and we just soaked in the hot tub all for like a few days. But it was great. Great time. It was funny because we were there Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, and left Wednesday. So Monday, my son got a message about a job interview, and so he had to drive away, got the job, came back. And then on Tuesday, my daughter drove back to school for the Tea for Tuesday, came back. Wednesday, my husband had an eye exam, and then he was afraid they were going to dilate his eyes, so I drove him, and then he came back. So life still goes on, even when you're trying to get away. And especially if you get away somewhere that's close to where you live. So that was fun. The only thing I regret, the only thing I'm unhappy with is it's a large Bigfoot area. They had like Bigfoot conventions, and their gift shop was closed during the week, and there was a Bigfoot shirt I really, really wanted. I could see it through the window. I didn't get it. Bummed. Let's see what else. I had my second infusion last week. Thursday. That went well. Nothing new there. I went there. I read. They shot me full of iron. I went home. And then today's Valentine's Day. My kids have gotten their little presents. I just give them like literally a small little present and a heart box of candy and a card. And then my husband will come home and get his presents when he gets home. And I made him one of those gross no-bake Oreo kits, cheesecake kits. It's for him, so I don't have to like it. And then let's see. My Daisy's been ill. She's got a wonky tummy. She threw up in her bedroom yesterday morning. And then she's just kind of been loafing around, and she makes that sick face. Her sick face is basically like she looks depressed. That's how you know she's not feeling too well. But she seems to be a little bit better today. She was peppy. She wanted to go for a car ride with me when I ran my errands. What else? My son will turn 19 next month, and my daughter will turn 18 in April. So we've started planning her big 18th birthday celebration. For my son's 18th birthday in May, we did a road trip to Mount Rushmore. And so for my daughter's 18th birthday, she could not think of anything she wanted to do that was big and special until a couple weeks ago. She said, I want to go to the Georgia Aquarium. I was like, Georgia? Like it's in the South? As in like super hot and humid? Like worse than Ohio? Georgia? I mean, you hate hot worse than I do. She said, yeah, because it's the only aquarium in the United States that has whale sharks. And that's her favorite animal. Next to, she's like, it's whale sharks, stingrays, and then bears. Those are like her favorite animals. So we are going to plan a trip. At least, you know what? Mount Rushmore was like a 20-something hour drive. We had to break that up in two. Georgia's like Atlanta is like 9.5 hours. At least that's better. So we got to plan that for, I think, June. So we're going to go hit a couple, try to find some stuff to see. There's a place called Stone Mountain, and I was super stoked to go see it because it has like the world's largest relief carving in it. It's a Confederate carving, you guys. I don't want to see that. My kids like, no, I don't want to see that. I'm like, well, that's disappointing, but okay. So there's Lookout Mountain, I think, which has from one spot you can see 5 different states. We're gonna stop there. I'm going to try to talk my family because we're going to Cincinnati and then down. So I'm hoping I can talk them into stopping at Keepsakes if they don't grumble and groan too much. So fingers crossed for me, you guys. So we got that coming up. And then in May, my kids graduate high school. High school and JVS. And for their graduation, we're taking a mini road trip to Niagara Falls in Canada in May. That's like a 6-hour drive, so nice and close. But it'll give me an excuse to use those passports I paid for to get them. So yeah, we got a busy summer coming up. Because of these trips, and my daughter's moving in August. She'll be moving into her dorm for college, and that's around the time of our anniversary. So my husband and I are going to get a hotel near her campus in Dayton, Wright State, and we're going to spend a couple days there and do stuff for anniversary. Like there's a bike trail. I'm hoping to take our bikes. And then there's like some caverns nearby. So, you know, we'll do that. So because of all this, we probably won't take our family vacation to the Outer Banks in July, which sucks. But, you know, your kid only starts college. I was going to say your kid only starts college once, but that could be wrong. She could drop out and start college multiple times. Your kids only turn 18 once and only graduate high school once. So I told my husband, those are two things for sure I'm not caving on, especially the 18th birthday trip. I will do those. So, and they are both kicking ass at school, so I feel like they should be rewarded with a nice trip. So I will not cave on those. We will scrimp and save, and yeah, like I said, luckily Niagara Falls is not a very long drive, so not gonna be a lot of expense in that. You don't care to hear about money. Sorry, you don't care about this. I'll shut up. But anyway, so I've got like a busy few months coming up. Surgery in March. And then May, my kids graduate. And June, my daughter's birthday trip. August, she starts college. Whew. Man, it's crazy. And I was hoping, once we got her into college and our son settled into wherever he was going to be working, that we could start looking into a house to move closer to my husband's work. But that does not look like it'll be happening until next year. So I'm super bummed. But oh well. Well, what can you do? All right, you guys, that was my big Roundly life update. I don't think there's anything else going on. What do I have going on this week? Oh, work. You guys know how that goes. But anyways, okay. So if you're new and you've made it this far, thank you. If you're returning and you've made it this far, always thank you. I look forward to seeing your guys' comments every week, and I look forward to getting to know you, and I've made some great friends through Flosstube. I can't tell you how much it's changed my life. I am a very, very painfully shy person. This is, I'm not gonna say easy, but I'm just talking to myself. So it's easier to be chatty and long-winded and open up than if I was in person with people, because then I just sit back and listen. Sorry, spam message. So I want to thank everyone who has reached out and who has been super kind to me, and I enjoy getting to know people who watch my channel who don't have floss tubes, and I've enjoyed getting to know other floss tubers, and I've enjoyed the friendships I've made, and I hope that I can overcome my shyness and meet some of you someday, like when I go to Keepsakes, hopefully. I'm hoping to meet Lynn from Lynx Stitches Creates. So yeah, so again, thank you so much for putting up with me. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for being kind to me. And I look forward to chatting with you, even though I am really bad at responding, because I'm like, they don't want to hear from me. That's in my mental, depressed, weird mind's like, oh, that was nice, but they don't want me to respond. They don't want to hear from me. Yeah, that's how I am. And I've enjoyed getting to know many of you through your floss tubes. And if you're thinking of starting a floss tube, do it. It's not about the viewerships. It's not about the subscriptions. It's just about getting to know other people and sharing your passions. And I love when other people show other stuff like quilting or knitting or crochet. Crafts I don't like diamond painting, but I enjoy seeing them because they're pretty and the people who are doing them are passionate about them. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, do it. Do it. Peer pressure. Okay, guys. Thanks for stopping by. And I hope to see you again next week. Happy Valentine's Day!